Hi there, welcome. It's the July Allume All-Hands update. So thank you for taking the time to listen. I hope this is going to be a great way for us to connect and share information about what's happening at Allume. So our strategic 10-year goal, as you know, we have two of them. One is to ensure that every complex continuous care patient living in the state of Connecticut who can safely live at home and wants to live at home has the care team in place and the funding system available to them so that they can be at home. This is something we actively work on, not just by going and actively bringing these patients home, but also by advocating for these patients and families at the state level as well as the federal level. We're doing a lot behind the scenes on ensuring that access is increased and that the more and more of these patients who are currently sitting in hospitals or other long-term care facilities have a funding way to get them home. The second thing is that really we want to be recognized as the preferred employer of home health nurses in the state of Connecticut. And I really want to hear from you about what we can do to be great at being an employer, to satisfying your needs and supporting you in a way that makes you feel engaged, excited to come to work, and committed to being part of the team. So I'd really love you to email me and tell me anything that you can think of that you either appreciate about what we do and want to make sure we continue to do it, or anything that you feel we could do better, and any ideas you have on how we could better engage you. So email me at coco@allumecares.com. All right, and our 2019, two big goals that we're focused on. This is part of the 4Ds implementation. Number one, to fill, bill, collect according to our monthly hours forecast. And number two, to be survey ready at all times. And that really means that we're going to be to make it a measurable goal, we're going to conduct a monthly mock survey and get a score of 90% or better, August through December. So we've made great progress on that. We had an outside agency come in and do an assessment of us. We did very well on that. Very few big things. A lot of the things we found previously through the plan of correction. We want to see continued improvements in the MARS and TARS especially, as well as the timeliness of your documentation. But we are finding that, through this process, we're able to really find areas that need improvement and provide the highest level of quality as well as compliance, which is important for all of us, right? It's important for the agency, it's important for you as a nurse or as a care provider or CNA. It's very important that we're all compliant. All right, company milestones. You've seen this before. We started in 2016. We got our license, right? CT Home Health license took us from May to June of 2017. Then we got our Medicare accreditation. We were able to get launched of our full services in October, or actually really we didn't get the ability to really launch until January, February of 2018. And now we have been in business doing this now through 2019, and we're in May here, and we find that we've at 7,826 hours. So we're making great progress, growing, and we're on our way to our goal of 13,500 hours in the month of December. Okay, so these are our other objectives. So these are our, up here, these are our WIGs. These are our wildly important goals, and these two things, if we focus heavily on that and we make these the priority for the year, it gives us a strong foundation for everything else. It's sort of like, get that one thing right and everything else gets better. Well, it's the two things in this case. So these are the two things, but we also have sort of underneath those two big WIGs, we have these other objectives that we track. Grow according to the service forecast, which is basically the same as the first WIG. Grow skilled medical, 200 visits per month. So that's where we're at 134 visits, and we are growing from there. We want to hire, onboard, and train 10 to 15 nurses per month. So we're at a yellow. We haven't been able to really get all the way to 15, but we have been able to get above 10. And June, July, August tend to be a little bit tough for recruiting. just because people are busy with the summer, as I'm sure you are. We did have a really, really nice event in Hartford on June 26th, and we held a day-long event. We did interviewing on site. We had 44 people attend, and we had 19 hires out of that event. We are now in the process of moving them through orientation, shadow shifting, training, and getting them out into the field. So that's all super exciting. So hopefully we'll see this yellow that's here turn back into a yellow green, and onto a green would be super great. So average hours a week, we want to keep it at 25 or higher. That's our goal. We are hovering at 20 to 22 hours. So that's not bad. It's up from where it was. It was at like 18 a couple of months ago, 6 months ago. So 95% of our visit notes on time. This is like super important. By getting your notes in on time, it creates a trickle-down effect of all kinds of goodness. So that's why we are going to be doing a lot of stuff over the rest of the year to make it fun and engaging and really strike it into your bones why it's important, as well as to help you align with us. So every month we're going to do a drawing for $250. So somebody's going to get $250 every single month, and you get entered into the drawing if you get your notes in on time 100% of the time for the month. So I'll show you later in the presentation, not in this presentation, but another video, who the winner is of the $250 for July. We're also going to have some other grand prizes. So those who are 100% compliant through the end of the year, 100% on time with all of your notes through the end of the year, you're going to be entered into a drawing for a very big prize. And all those who actually do get 100% between now and then will also get a prize. It'll be a nice prize. It won't be a very, very big prize the way the other one is. So get on board, be a part of it, get your notes in on time, and help us move the rock forward. Help us move that boulder up the hill and get to our big long-term goals. No more than one call out per employee per quarter. So this is really important, especially now in summer. We've seen a little bit of a call outs have increased over the weekends. Please don't do that. Please come to work. I know it's nice out, but you're committed to work and people need you. 100% fully scheduled for continuous care. So we had we were at 77% last month, and that's great. What else is happening? As I mentioned, we did a Hartford hiring event that showed us that there is a need for us to have some kind of an ongoing presence in Hartford. So we've signed up with a co-working space in West Hartford. It's called Spaces, and it's in Blueback Square. It's a beautiful facility where we can have ongoing interviewing and orientations in Hartford. We'll probably be there 2 days a week, ongoing, and maybe more in the future. We're continuing to focus on our correction plan from the March DPH survey, continuing to focus on the items that we identified. Annual competencies, most of you have completed them, but there are still a few stragglers. You're going to hear from us about that, but please get those done. We are continuing to implement the 4Ds, and later in this series today, the July series, you're going to find more about the third discipline of execution and what that looks like. We're also going to continue to roll out the Access Continuous Care electronic note. However, we have pushed back the date. We'll probably start to really roll that out into individual homes in September and October, and we have some other things that needed to have attention and priority over that. So that's why we've moved it back. We're also continuing to prepare for our next survey, which is like the DPH survey, but it's the Medicare equivalent. That's all I got for you today, and I hope you go and have a wonderful day. I hope you take good care of yourself. You find ways to treat yourself with remarkable care, as well as those in your life that you love, as well as, of course, your patients and the families you serve. And please go out and make the world a better place. Thanks. I don't know how to turn this silly thing off. There you go. Thanks. Bye.